Hi, this is Anthony. We're going to do a fourth week of prayers to Armaaruss. But first, let's remind ourselves as to why we're doing these prayers. Over the past 7 years, it was demonstrated that when the planet Mars goes within 30 degrees of the lunar node, rocket fire against Israel escalates dramatically. This turned out to be more than just planetary influence. This was evidence of divine agency, the God of war still at work in the region, backing the enemies of Israel against the hegemony of Israel and Israel's Western backers. And I made it clear that humanity, because of the signs, should come to worship Armaaruss. And by doing so, he'll create the conditions for a long-term peace. And another reason that we conduct these prayers is so that we can attain some of the graces that, amid all the chaos and turmoil that's going on now, that Armaaruss will grant us some divine help, divine protection, or divine grace. Another reason that we venerate and praise Armaaruss is because his agency has revealed to us that the world is not random, that events are not chaotic, that they're part of a larger plan that we can map by observing the planet Mars. And Armaaruss has provided this knowledge to us. And this is another reason we do these prayers every week, not just for ourselves and our own well-being, in regards to what's happening in the world, but also as a way to enhance our communion with the divine. What's important to realize is that now, with me here, the vessel that Armaaruss is using to make these revelations, you can simply recite the prayers that I've given and incur divine regard directly from Armaaruss himself. So, this is the fourth week, and I've got the Mars 360 on the right hand. That's how we start the prayers to Armaaruss. It's very important because by this sign, he can recognize our supplications. And it's important to recognize that our veneration is very important because those who have been viewing my channel, you've got to see the signs in real time. You've seen me make these predictions before the fact, and you watched the outcome play out exactly as they were forewarned. And now, with me here doing the prayers, you can recite these prayers and obtain many of the graces. Mars will enter within 30 degrees of the lunar node again in September. And right now it's very important that we conduct our supplications and we recognize and acknowledge Armaaruss, that we're aware of his divine agency. That's very important right now. And so, with this in mind, let's go ahead, let's do another round. Let's do another week of prayers and devotions. God bad, Armaaruss good, as we proliferate the trope of monkeys, beating our breast in the name of gopher. Where were you, God, when Campus went afoul of Baal? Did you not see the hardened heart of the magician, who could not procure the runner's high nor his rush? And are we certain that many gibbons came to the precipice only to seek vengeance? Is this what you had in store for us? Ha! Armaaruss laughs. For this folly is one for the stooges, not the ages, and certainly not the epics of Jibril. We come, you go, we go. Where is the repetitive justification you lean upon now that the strange animal is proclaimed? Your silence is deafening, and the soldier of Armaaruss seizes the borders of your irony badgering, your addiction to surreptitious laughter. Now that we have the container entrapping the morning dews, you flee to the hangars aligning Yamaha's Kimi. We all know where that leads, and for this, Armaaruss anticipates your inevitable malignment, the opus dei of his march amid the Jerusalem solitude. As I turn the other cheek, Lord Armaaruss, let me be the gracious host of your humanism, swiping tenets of the regal effigy. Kindly I enjoin with the herald and splendor of your strength, the maze penetrating the nebulous potion, a peace offering that mirrors Endymion. As we parade around in our Gethsemane garments, we stand prepared for the feast of fire as Mars approaches the culminant. We take into custody the demons of the New World who have lost their way and paid homage to the enemies of the set notion. Let my revelation serve as a melody that softens the songs of the sons of Canaan. Give me the light and I will show the way. In these amplifications, the might of valleys roll deep into the dark, and the supine gentlemen offer to dwell with thee, these Armaarussian tapestries. By the substantiation of Mars, harbinging escalation against Israel, we bow to you, Armaaruss. This agency underscoring your power is why we pray. You provide a lifeline to the nations dwarfed by the catapults of Yahweh, those funneled by his western handlers. For you being the only divine source, having been abandoned for ignorance, remain steadfast. Your power is still at work after thousands of years past. I relayed your revelation. When Mars is within 30 degrees of the lunar node, fire against Israel saturates the skies. This, a signature of your pulse. For when Israel and those western carriers attacked Persia in the winter, carrying siphoned energies that sanctified not you, O Lord Armaaruss, but the edicts of Leviticus, you stood prominent, preserving the ancient Cyrus with the fires of heaven that smote the Holy Land per your divine decree in ode to Titus. The melodies are now soothing our ears as we listen for Mars who cometh in September.